The phrase plug-in refers to the process by which we insert or inject a signal controller into the signal path. In an analog environment, the audio engineer physically uses a patch cord to route a signal traveling through the mixer path out to the signal controller in, only to return the process signal back to the mixer path to continue its way to the bus. This is still very much in use today in the studio as well as live. But with the ever-increasing popularity of the digital audio workstation, the virtual version of the hardware signal controllers are very popular. The most common question I get is, when do I use a plugin and how much is too much or too little? Remember, there is no correct when or how in your approach to recording, mixing, or mastering. During any stage of the process, I consider the following when making a decision to use a signal controller. The question I'll ask myself is, does the signal or signals lack quality in one or any of the 7 characteristics a sound can exhibit? That is frequency, amplitude, timbre, duration, velocity, wavelength, or phase. Let's look at each characteristic and choose a typical plugin that's best suited to address a particular problem. Frequency. Well, a frequency equalizer, nonlinear or linear, would be best to contour the overall frequency response. Amplitude. A choice may be a compressor, single or multiband, to alter gain temporarily. Timbre or tone color. A harmonic exciter, like the TransX plugin, is a device that manipulates harmonic content above and below the fundamental frequency, changing the overall texture. Duration. A compressor could be used to enhance sustain, therefore altering the duration of the waveform. Again, we could consider the linear multiband. Velocity. In the recording studio, velocity is important because by understanding the speed of sound, we can calculate a reverberation type or delay to create or simulate a large room environment if you choose to. In that case, the IRL convolution reverb would be my choice. Wavelength. Well, the enhancement of specific frequencies and the image, you could use a variety of plugins. But when I think image, I think S1 Stereo Imager. It's a great tool in enhancing the stereo spectrum. Phase. Well, phase reversal is important sometimes to resume a good phase relationship to another, as we've discussed previously in our miking procedures. If I wanted to alter phase, or even reverse the phase 180 degrees, I would then choose the S1 Stereo Imager, whereas the input control has the ability to reverse the phase 180 degrees if you need to. As you can see, you first have to develop the ability to hear a problem, then address the problem with the right tool. That takes ear training, which involves critical listening and the ability to create a vision in your mind as to what your objective would be.